Hey y'all, it is April the 12th, 2020, and we're broadcasting live here on Easter Sunday. I don't expect anybody to come through. In fact, I expect everybody to be doing something a little bit better, all right, than coming through this here broadcast. But I figured, you know what? The time is right, all right, and I have to assure you that I have nothing better to do, all right now. And there's a whole lot of stuff that I got to tell you about. Like, for example, I just came up off of a broadcast right now, like maybe half a minute ago, right? I started this broadcast the way that I typically do. Like, I don't even give a damn deal. Like, if I'm not prepared or nothing, let's go on. Let's touch base with some people. Or maybe not people will be there, but it is Easter Sunday, so if nobody shows up and then they just check out the recording, then that's wonderful. It's more than I could have ever expected. All right, but like I said, maybe just a half a minute ago, I got done watching actually on YouTube. I don't know if it's still here. If I could check it out on YouTube, what I just got done watching was the Still Report. Right here, see the Still Report. And real briefly, I gotta mention that the first person who introduced me to the man, Bill Still. Bill Still, and don't you forget that name, dude. In fact, subscribe to his channel right now. The first person who ever introduced me to Bill Still is my man, my favorite brother, and I'll tell that to any of my brothers, right, to their face. Yeah, y'all are my brothers, and I love you like a brother, and that does mean something that's very significant, but my favorite brother of all time, and it's always been that, and it'll always be that for as much as I can determine, is El Nino. And El Nino, a long time ago, years ago, he told me about Bill Still. And in fact, he showed me to like this documentary, and if anybody ever showed me this, I would have just been like, whatever, and I wouldn't have watched it. But he showed me a documentary that was 3 hours long, or something like that. It was very long. And if El Nino didn't show it to me, then I would have never watched it. Right, but he's my favorite brother, and so years ago I watched this documentary that he put on, and ever since then, Bill Still, you know what I'm saying, he's had definitely a space in my heart. Right, and so I just got done watching it, and just to let you know, I've heard from a number of people only today, all right, during Easter. And, I've kind of laid low today, and I haven't had too much to do today. I haven't had what you would call too much interaction. All right, but, you know what I'm saying? I did, it was very significant. I listened to a lot of people, a number of people here on Easter who were gracious enough to upload a video for me, all right, and just keep me company. I gotta let you know before this broadcast, gets underway. I really do appreciate it. I really do appreciate it, and those people have made me feel. If I had to describe it, just not alone. All right, very much like I'm in the presence of some people who actually do care. And there's a number of people, not only Bill Still, not only Alex Jones, who I'm going to mention in a little while because I heard some of his broadcasts today, but more people. Will Johnson, Akatunde Nation. I saw his live stream stuff, gave him a little bit of money and stuff because I appreciate him. And it was different other people, to include Tommy Sotomayor and stuff, who graciously have, just give me somebody to listen to today. Now, I do want to mention on a personal note, it's like I haven't had very many interaction with people today, not necessarily. But at the same time, I do want to stress that it's not like it's got me in a depression mode necessarily, right? And I just want to be like on a full frontal, just to let you know what it is today. It's not exactly like I've been depressed or anything like that. Actually, it's been personally a very neutral day for me, right? Not going to depression or positivity necessarily, just absorbing what it is that the internet has to offer me and stuff. And then also kind of like being very comfortable in my solitude, right? And whether it's Easter or not, typically I am in my solitude. And it's not to say like, oh, trying to portray myself as a victim or anything like that. It's just, I'm the type of person who honestly, inevitably is going to be left to my solitude. All right, just to keep it, just to keep it very brief. All right, and so I really concentrated on today. I really focused on today. I really meditated on today and took every moment by moment. I've been hearing all sort of people, and they've been saying a lot of things to me. That being said, um, just to be honest with everybody, you know what I'm saying? Like, I'm not very much a drinker, like I said before on yesterday's broadcast, and really, truthfully, I don't really drink very much. But I found it and I found it in me today to just go ahead and do a little bit of drinking, just to. I mean, it seems like that kind of occasion. All sort of things have been passing through my brain, and people have been saying certain things, and it's all very, very crucial. I mean, very, very significant to the point of disastrous if I wasn't to listen to these people saying what they had to say. And they've all given me, be from Tommy Sotomayor to Akatunde Nation to, I've heard some Alex Jones, I've heard some insights from Paul Romano on Pockets of the Future. I heard all sort of people, to include Bill Still and his wife, his gracious wife. All right, you can check on this video. Beth and Bill, they're the most adorable couple that I've ever seen in my life. Number one, and I'll fight you. All right, if you ever say anything different, but they're so adorable. And they're so amazing, dude. I love them. They're so brilliant, so intellectual, and you could tell they have a connection to God, and I don't think that's insignificant on today. I really don't think that's insignificant on today. All right, but I can't really talk about everything all at once. So with that being said, it's, for the benefit of the people who is watching this recording, I want to bring up, and it's very significant, and it's very controversial, even amongst his friends, even amongst people who've known him personally for years and years. I mean, not to discount it. I mean, for decades. All right. When it comes to Alex Jones, and I gotta bring it up right now. All right, I feel like it's very crucial. The reason I bring up Alex Jones, and I saw half of his broadcast today, and I want to see the rest of the half of the broadcast later. I haven't got access to it yet, but I'm gonna see if I can get a hold of it. I want to say this. That guy, and a lot of people might discount me for this, and I don't care. Not even one bit. Not even a little bit. Alex Jones has come through for me. All right? In so many more ways than one. All right? To the point is where I know a lot of people who I'm very close with on the internet and in real life and whatnot. Alex Jones has never failed me. Never. Has he been wrong about some stuff? Has he been kind of like overwhelming? Does he get kind of sensational? Yeah, he does. I'm not gonna deny that. All right. Obviously, it's obvious. All right. If you tune into a broadcast of his, you're gonna find that out eventually, before long. But at the same time, Alex Jones has never done me wrong, and I wanted to make a point of that right now. All right. And we're gonna go into some Google We're gonna find out what Google has to tell us. Nah, stop that. They're gonna get me.
Exactly
No.
is the
I don't
coronavirus?
want to hear
Over the
about
past
this.
month,
Yeah, stop that. All right, we're gonna talk about Alex Jones. And the thing is, all right, real briefly, I want to get this out of the way because it's not gonna be a broadcast about Alex Jones necessarily. What I want to say about Alex Jones is that me and him have been on a sort of journey, and he's never met me. I've never met him, and maybe we'll never meet each other. It's really not a problem. But at the same time, we've been on a journey together. Me and Alex Jones. I'll give you a little story. For example, my brother, my favorite brother, El Nino. I remember maybe a couple of months ago we were talking about stuff, and here's the thing: I don't bring up Alex Jones. I really don't, unless it's very imperative to the conversation. So, because I know a lot of people they get kind of like apprehensive when it comes to Alex Jones, and at the same time, I'm personally a person. All right, if you want to listen to anything, listen to me because I'm talking to you. All right, so I'm not gonna necessarily bring up other people and say, "Oh, this guy, you really need to listen to this guy," blah blah blah, and blah blah blah. And he's my leader. I don't have a leader. All right, so to get back to the story, my brother he brought up Alex Jones because he wasn't like very in tune to Alex Jones or you know what I'm saying, like a lot of people don't know who it is, or like they barely know who it is. And so the other day, or actually maybe a couple of months ago, my brother El Nino he brought up Alex Jones to me. He mentioned that he had some sort of apprehension against Alex Jones, in which I didn't really argue with him. All right, it really doesn't matter to me. All right, you listen to anybody you want to. I mean, it's not really. There's no conflict in that. All right, whether you listen to Alex Jones or not, it really doesn't matter to me. And I don't ever say anything to people about that. All right. Damn, we got someone up in the building. All right, and I can't even believe it. It says that nobody's up in the building, but it says Taste Savior Remix says no, sir. I don't know what the hell he's talking about, but whoever it is, he just commented up in my section. Go ahead and continue to comment and explain what it is you mean, because I have no idea. All right, but for example, my brother, my favorite brother, El Nino, all right, and I don't want to mince words, and you know what I'm saying? I'll tell it to anybody's face, to include my other brothers. My favorite brother, El Nino Trevino, he mentioned his apprehension towards the Alex Jones months ago, right? And I didn't suggest that he listen to Alex Jones. I didn't force the situation, but I was just like, okay, or whatever. But later on, he came around to it because he started seeing more material. He started seeing different things from Alex Jones that he never seen before. And in fact, I got to mention on the record, he told me just recently about the fact that he checked out the Obama deception. What was it called? The Obama deception? The Obama something or other. And it was a documentary put together by Alex Jones. And he said it was right on point and he fucking loved it. And I'm sorry I cursed, but I didn't mean to do it. But he said he loved it, and it's just and I was like, yeah, I know, because Alex Jones puts out that kind of material, dude. I mean, as far as his documentaries, you can't get no better than that. All right, not in a forced situation, but he's coming more around to Alex Jones, all right, and not that I'm forcing it. Doesn't make it. I mean, listen to whoever you want. It really doesn't matter to me, all right. But that being said, it's kind of an introduction. Alex Jones had a broadcast today that if you were to listen to it, you would be driven off, and you would be like, "Oh, that fool, he's wackadoodle." I'm sure 99% of people who listen to him, they would say that. I mean, it is whatever. I mean, you came to this channel as me, and I'm delivering whatever commentary. You might appreciate it. But I gotta let you know, man, there's certain people up there who their pay grade is a little bit higher than mine. When it comes to Alex Jones, dude, he never stirred me wrong. Not one day in my whole life. And here's the thing, I've bought over a dozen different, products that he sells over the course of years. All right, over a dozen, I'm sure. And I gotta let you know. Oh my god, I'm getting messages. It's ridiculous. Okay. Not to get distracted, I want to say that over a dozen different products, every different product has done exactly what it said it would do. All right. I'm enjoying a corncob pipe full of cocoa cream, tobacco. All right. I don't care if you believe me or not, but from Planet Cake, which is a store outside of Texas, all right, that's kind of being hated on right now. So I bought some tobacco from them, and it's delicious. It's wonderful. All right, we're about to dive into a little bit of a broadcast, but before we do, I want to drive it home. And I mean it. I don't care who comes across this recording. I just don't care if you want to unsubscribe. Trust me, I don't care. Trust me, I don't. And you can leave, and I'll never even know that you came and gone. All right. But that being said, Alex Jones has never stirred me wrong, and I'll punch you in the damn nose. All right, I really will. All right, you want to say some stuff about Alex Jones? Of course, on the internet, I'm not gonna punch you in the nose, and I'll be very formal. But if in real life you want to tell me something about Alex Jones or whatever, and say how he's a fraud and stuff, I will punch you straight up and down in the nose. All right, just to let you know. And his broadcast today, it might be a little bit. It might be a little bit anxiety causing, if you will, if you were to listen to it. Maybe you don't have the heart to listen to it. But I gotta say, it's right on point. And that being said, what he was stressing today is that the Communist Party of China, and dude, I don't care if I have to say it a million freaking times. I don't care if I have to say it a million times. I don't care if you don't believe me or if your whole family doesn't believe me. I don't care. Right? The Communist Party of China, and no, I'm not talking about Chinese, all right? Because what is that? 1/7 of the population of the world. The Communist Party of China means us no damn good, all right? And they will lie and lie till the very end, all right? And I'm tired of it, all right? And I don't want to have nothing to do with it at all. Not at all, all right? Them and their slave labor and stuff like that, you know what? You can keep that. I'm tired of it. Okay, with that being said, Alex Jones has never done me wrong, and I'm going to kind of end it on that note. Believe me or don't believe me, it really doesn't matter to me, all right? And I bought all sort of products from him, and every single one of his products has worked even better than he said it would. Even better than he said it would. I don't care if it's knockout. If you have a problem with sleeping, get knockout, because I chopped that capsule in quarters in order to get proper regulatory sleep. I chop it in quarters. I don't take a whole a capsule of knockout. I'm here to tell you. And in fact, don't take a whole capsule of knockout unless you have 8 to 9 hours to sleep, because thing is, it will knock you out. And there's so many other, when considering X2, the iodine supplement, considering whatever it is, vitamin supplement, yeah, I got that. I got the vitamin fusion. When it's considering anything, I got bodies, and trust me, I work out and it feels good. It feels real good. All right, when it comes to the real red pill, I got some of that. It's wonderful. The list goes on, and I can't really remember exactly all the different products, and maybe I'll go over it later. When it comes to Regulese, when it comes to Gut Fusion, every single product that I've ever bought from him has been immaculate. All right? And come debate me on it, all right? And that being said, before I go into the broadcast, I want to say that me and Alex Jones have a history, all right? And, the second that he does me wrong, I'll let you know. I'll let you know. But in the meantime, we have a history together, me and him. All right, for example, just to give one example before I go into the broadcast, as I've mentioned before, Alex Jones was specifically mentioned in my child custody court case hearing. was specifically mentioned, and of course that would be by my ex-wife, who I don't care if you scour my whole channel, I don't care if you scour my whole life, I've never said anything bad about my ex-wife, and I never will too. And in fact, I don't condone anybody saying anything bad about my ex-wife. In fact, I'll punch you in the nose, right? And everybody in my family knows it. Don't you ever say nothing bad about my ex-wife. All right, so with that being said, in my child custody court hearing, in which I haven't seen my daughter, not to get too much off on the tangent, but I haven't seen my daughter in about 6 years. Close to 6 years. It's closing in on 6 years. All right? Not to be all virtue signaling, but I think of my daughter every single day of my life. All right? And in fact, my daughter is more closer to me than everybody ever. All right? I don't care who you are. So Alex Jones was mentioned in my court custody hearing, my child court custody hearing, and I gotta say, on a funny note, the judge involved in my court custody, my child court custody, he had no idea who Alex Jones was. Not one clue. These days, probably he would know who Alex Jones is. More than likely. I got a feeling people know who Alex Jones is at this point. But at that point, he had no idea who Alex Jones was. And so when my ex-wife brought him up in the court custody hearing, he's like, dude, I don't know who Alex Jones is. I don't know what you're talking about. All right? But that being said, me and Alex Jones have history, right? And at any point, I could have thrown Alex Jones under the bus. I could have said, you know what, forget Alex Jones. He gets too hyperbolic. He gets too hot under the collar. He gets too overwhelmed and stuff, and that discounts his credibility. I could have said any of those things. I'm not saying any of those things, and in the foreseeable future, I have no intention to say any of those things, right? Alex Jones has stirred me in the right direction this whole time. That being said, as I've mentioned before we get into the broadcast, and we're going to go to Google and see what it is that they have to offer us today on Easter Sunday. That being said, all right, Alex Jones never stirred me wrong, and also on his broadcast, and also how I've mentioned before, the Communist Party of China is not to ever be trusted, not even a little bit. I don't care what numbers they give you, all right? Because they've proven beyond a shadow of a doubt that they don't give a crap about their own citizenry, all right? And they don't give a crap whether or not their own citizens die of hunger, all right? So call me a racist, white supremacist all you want. I know a lot of people out here who see my broadcast and it's like, subscribe to my channel. Obviously, you know that I'm not. All right, but call me it every single day of my damn life, right? The Communist Party of China, it doesn't mean you no good, and it doesn't mean nobody no good, man. From what I heard, and I had to cross-reference this because I want to make sure, but it seems as though Communist China has admitted, and only recently, and I gotta cross-reference this, and I gotta do some investigation. But only recently, as far as Saturday morning, they admitted, hey, we were doing some biological experimentation, and it might have led to this whole COVID-19 thing. You know what? I already knew that. You didn't have to admit it. You didn't have to admit it. And the fact is that, you had some sort of collusion coming from Bill Gates and Barack Obama maybe, and this and that, and Dr. Fauci. You didn't have to admit that, all right, because I already knew it, all right? But you're going to go ahead and admit it, and you're going to blame this whole situation on America. God bless you, all right? God bless you, all right? It's Easter Sunday. So I gotta say, no matter what it is, we go and find out here on Google real quick, and we're just gonna have a short broadcast. We're gonna peruse right through this. No matter what, I don't trust not one word coming up from out of China, because I know that it's pretty much filtered by their propaganda wing and stuff like that. I already see where you're coming from. And Alex Jones already told me what y'all are about. Right? So, you do, you know what I'm saying? Like, all the propaganda that you can possibly do is not going to make one damn difference, right? And that being said, I'm not the only one, right? And I'm not thinking, it's not just because it's not because of Alex Jones and it's all Alex Jones followers who's come across this conclusion about communist China. And not only communist China, because I want to point out, dude, I don't know any communist Chinese. I've never met any communist Chinese. Right? I'm talking about the colluders with China. And trust me when I say I got a laser focus on them right now. Am I the only one? No, probably not. All right, coming out and saying, you took a bat and you took a bat and chopped it up and fed it to some pigs. As Alex Jones says, I don't care how science fiction that it sounds. It does not matter to me. You took a bat and chopped it up and whatever, you fed it some pigs and then you chopped up those pigs and you fed it some other pigs. Alright, that might sound like science fiction. I don't put it past you. Right? As far as your curiosity goes, I really don't put it past you to do that sort of thing. Right? And it seems as though you've admitted to that sort of thing. And it seems as though you want to blame America about it, like America gave you some sort of grants. I don't care who gave you a grant. I don't care how American they were. I don't care, not even a little bit. Not one bit. Alright? So with that being said, I gotta say from here on out, we're gonna be going that direction until I see, a better avenue, and that China's lying, and I don't give a damn what they say, and it seems as though they put a sort of a disease on us, and it seems as though the colluders of China will love to shut down our economy indefinitely. All right, and just real briefly before I go into this broadcast, I want to say quite in a sober fashion that I've been around San Antonio, walking around, talking to people. All right, their biggest concern is not this here virus. Okay. Their biggest concern is our economy and how it's being decimated right now. Their biggest concern is how their lifestyle was strangled and stuff recently over the past couple of weeks, and they just can't no longer pay bills. All right, that's my main concern. That's my main concern. With that being said, of course, there's power struggles going on in which some people want to open up the economy again. And you know what? They're concerned about this here disease, but they're not exactly scared into their house and into their closet to hide like damn cowards. We might touch upon that before we get on out of here, but just to have a real brief broadcast, I wanted to go and see what it is Google has to say to us right now. What kind of gibberish do they have to say to us? I'm eager to find out. I'm so eager to find out what these traitorous, unacceptable, absolutely treasonous and criminal people have to say to me right now. I want to find out what the Nazis had to say to me right now. What kind of news articles they want us to focus on right now. I really want to know. I'm very curious. Here on this Easter Sunday. By the way, Jesus is the Son of God. And I don't care who you are. I don't care how offended you are. Right? And you ain't going to get to God. You're not going to get to the kingdom of heaven unless you go through Jesus. And you can debate me all you want. Let's go ahead and debate. I'll debate you all day. Alright? I don't get, you know what I'm saying? If you're thinking I'm afraid, well, I have nothing to lose. I have nothing to lose, so let's go for it. That being said, let's get into what Google has to tell us right now. Week 9 in review. Week 9. And the thing is, time becomes a blur. All right, we've been talking about this for a while and stuff. To say that we're in week 9, I just got to take your word for it, I guess. Week 9 in review. San Antonio's pain is everywhere. Now, the Rivard report is absolute garbage, and it's just a waste of our damn time, dude. Whoever's a Rivard report, I'll tell you to your face, you're garbage. You're absolute garbage, and you're worthless. I don't care who's paying you, if it's George Soros or Bill Gates. I don't care who's paying you, all right? You're a piece of garbage, and you're tracing this to America, right? Right? So when you want to come in with an article that says week 9 in review, San Antonio's pain is everywhere, I don't give a damn what you're saying, because I live in San Antonio. I've talked to people in San Antonio. Yeah, they're in pain. For sure. All right. Economic pain. All right. It has everything to do with your Chinese communist collusion. Rivard report. All right. That's enough out of you. All right. So what would happen if farmers took 45 days off? Absolute devastation. That's what would happen. There's a lot of people out here who, they think that we're in a problem and that eventually we're going to come out of it and everything's going to be normal. There's no possibility of that. That's not even a possibility. As far as coming out on the other end where everything is normal, hey, dude, don't believe me. I don't care what you believe. That's not even possible. I'm here to tell you. All right, the best we could do is actually open up on Monday, and even then, we're fine. It's a problem. It's a real problem for our economy. I'm here to tell you. And I'm not exactly a scientist or a genius or anything like that. So what would happen if farmers took 45 days off? I'd rather not be asking that question. All right, but I'm here to tell you that all sort of product and all sort of food is being wasted right now. Why? Because farm to market, which is a phrase that you should have burned in your head right now. Farm to market. Whenever you see like FM Road 147 or whatever, that's what it stands for. Okay, that's what our country was built on. FM means farm to market. All right, and it seems as though, that's a problem right now. So in the JOCO report, I've never heard of it. They said, what would happen if farmers took 45 days off? Complete, total devastation. That's what would happen. I'm here to tell you. I've had enough experience in the farmers world to know that it's not good. It's not good at all. And meanwhile, people are pouring out eggs. People are pouring out milk by the tons. People were pouring out all sorts of onions and whatever other produce you could think of. It's rotting in fields right now. Why? Not because there's not a demand. Of course there's going to be a demand. And trust me, you're going to see a shortage. I don't care where you're at in America. You're going to see a shortage before long. The thing is, they can't get it from farm to market because the fact is that our economy the way it's built up is so complex that if you were to disturb it in such a way, you're going to cause extreme devastation. All right, and the people who, like I said, who are in collusion with China, they couldn't want anything better than that right now. All right, their wet dream is produce rotting in the fields right now, and that's what it's doing. Because there's no way to get it to market, right? Through the devastation and through all the calamity that they've caused, through the shutdown of the market, there is no way to get it to the market, all right? And so we're gonna have to deal with that, all right? So thank you, Google, for reminding me of that. I see there's 2 people up in the building. Dan, dude, I appreciate y'all, all right? I assume that there isn't gonna be nobody coming up in the building. I just assumed that because it is Super Sunday. I imagine a lot of people would be doing whatever it is they could. Me personally, I have a situation in which it is just me, and it's not a depressing note necessarily because I am a loner. I've always been a loner. But I just gotta say, it's like, it's really easy for me to transition to this sort of thing. A lot of people will find it pretty hard to transition into what it is that we're looking forward to, and there is no way around it. There's no way around it. So let's go ahead and continue with some of this Google stuff. I see that there's 3 people up in the building. I will keep an eye on the comments and stuff. We did get a comment from Tay Savior Remixer 2. He said, "No, sir." And he spelled it wrong. And I don't know what the hell he's talking about. But I look forward to and I encourage any sort of comments throughout this broadcast, which may not be very long, all right? But if you don't hear any of the words that I say at all, I want to say communist China is not to be trusted, and anyone who's working with communist China, and whether or not they're working with communist China, does not make a difference. If they agree with communist China, if they seem to somehow have a partner with communist China, all right, then they are not only untrustable but absolutely criminal and treasonous in nature to America, right? So before we go on, I want to see what else is up on Google because I'm not really familiar with what they're going to tell me right now. Look, Tiger King, Carol, Howard, Baskin say they feel betrayal from the filmmakers. Excuse me. They're getting all sort of death threats. I don't care, not even a little bit, about Tiger King or Carol Baskin or whoever. I don't care who it is. Does not matter. Is it a distraction? Yes, it is. All right. I don't give a good goddamn. I never heard about it, or I've heard about it. I've never seen it, and don't care. All right. So watch Sammy Hagar and Joe Elliott talk about being fired. Don't care about that either. Right. Things like that are just not important. And I know Google will want to tell me about it. I'm sure that they will want to tell me about it. I don't give a damn. Not even a little bit. So Dr. Gambles on clot-busting drug to save virus patients. I don't know who Dr. Gambles is. This is from the U.S. News and the World Report. I don't know who it is, but I endorse the idea of them finding a, quote, clot-busting drug to save the virus. Here's what I'm here to tell you, just to be very simple about it. We have, and I'll debate you about it, all right? But I'm pretty confident in myself to say that we have the cure for coronavirus, all right? There's nothing new under the sun. We have it. And I don't care what Bill Gates has to say to me. I don't care how much money he has. All right, we have the cure, and you need to F off right now. If you're here to say that you're developing a vaccine, how about you go to hell with your vaccine? All right, because even if let's say you develop the most perfect vaccine that has no side effects, I'm not taking it. I'm not taking it, and I know a number of people who ain't taking it here in America. Ain't gonna take it. In fact, we'll fight you to the death, to the gruesome death about it. Oh, you got some vaccine? It's gonna come and save us. Oh, I appreciate it. I'm never gonna take it. Not ever. Till my dying day, I'm never gonna take it. Bill Gates. Oh, you got a solution for us? Not gonna take it. Ever. Right? Dr. Gambles on a clot-busting drug. I endorse Dr. Gambles. I don't know who it is. I don't care to ever find out who it is. But if you have some, see, here's the thing. The drug, yeah, we know we got it. We got it. We got the cures. We got all the cures. Bill Gates, you wanna hold us off for ransom and say you're gonna find a cure. Oh, you're gonna find a cure. It's gonna take a half a year. It's gonna take maybe a whole year, maybe 18 months. I don't care. Not even a little bit. Not even a little bit. We already got the cure. And you need to F off, dude. And you need to ship yourself to China. I don't care what you do. Don't care what you do. I don't care what you do. All right. Shock moment. Passenger is dragged off Philadelphia bus by 10 cops. It's not wearing a face mask. Okay, there's going to be complications. And I've already brought it up. All right. But since Google brought it up, I don't give a damn. They're going to call it a black thing and say, oh, they're discriminating on black people. I don't care what you're saying, right? They dragged this fool off. Here's the thing, and I already saw it because Akatunde Nation broke it down into specific detail when it's concerned about this person. And I don't want to say, oh yeah, it's racism, blah blah blah. America's overcome with racism. All right, they need to f off, dude. All right. Because here's the thing: I've seen it, and I've seen how ridiculous it is. I don't know if you've seen this before. I don't know. You know, you might want to look into it. This person who they're dragging off the bus, he needed to get his ass off the bus before this whole situation. He's a damn disgrace. And he's a burden on America. And throw him in jail. I don't care if you throw him in jail for life. Doesn't matter to me, all right? Throw him in jail for life for this bull stuff, all right? Because he's up on the bus. Here's the thing. I'm not wearing a mask throughout the city. I walk down the sidewalk to whatever store I want, and I don't wear a mask. And you're not going to ask me to wear a mask. Right? But at the same time, I'm not on public transit, which is what this person did. He got on a public bus or a subway or some stuff. I saw a video of it earlier. And the cops told him, hey, dude, you can't do it because, look, everybody on this bus has a mask. And we're going to have to ask you to get the hell off the bus because you don't have a mask. And you might say, oh, that's all criminal activity. Oh, that's, you know, the police state taking over. I don't care. If everybody's on a bus and they all have a mask, then you get your ass off that bus. Right? You don't have a mask? Why don't you walk your ass off that bus without a problem? Hey, maybe you had some place to go. I don't care where you had to go. Everybody on that bus has a mask on. And if you don't have a mask on, why don't you walk your ass off the bus? Oh no, but in the meanwhile, this person has to say, "Oh no, I gotta stay on the bus." Meanwhile, because I'm black, they're discriminating on me, dude. I'm tired of all of this, dude. I'm tired of every last bit of this. Everybody had a mask on that bus except for you. How about you have some sort of consideration for the people on that bus who need to get somewhere on time? No, instead you had to run your damn mouth and you had to have people drag you off the bus. Meanwhile, they don't want to have to even do that. They don't even want to have to do that. They're wearing masks and stuff, and you're having them drag you off the bus because you're so un-American, because you're so much of a piece of crap that you can't walk to wherever it is you're going, dude. I walk a lot of places, dude. If I had to go there, I might as well walk. If everybody on the bus has a mask, then I'm gonna wear a mask. All right, talking about you're being discriminated, oh, because you're black, dude. I'm tired of this. I'm so tired of it. I'm beyond tired of it. All right, Supreme Court, Wisconsin's disastrous primary election just got even worse. Here's the thing. I don't know a damn thing about Wisconsin and their election and everything like that. Let Wisconsin do whatever they want to do. Now, if they say they're having an election and you're so scared out of your mind to go vote during the election because you figure you're going to catch some corona because Communist China told you were, okay, well, if that's the case, why don't you sit your ass at home, all right, and forget about your damn vote. I don't care if you vote by mail or something like that. Forget your vote, all right? Your vote doesn't even count. I'm tired of your vote, all right? As much as a democracy as this is, I don't care, not even in the slightest. All right, so it got even worse. I hope it gets even worse, dude. As far as the mail-in ballots, you need to forget about that, all right? I'm not going to stand for that. Not even for a second. I think there's a lot of people in America who's not going to stand by this mail-in ballot because I know for a fact that you're corrupt to the bone. I have more than enough evidence to say that. If you were to do a mail-in ballot, all right, because you're so scared about this here virus, that you would corrupt every last inch of America, and I'm tired of you. I'm so tired of you. So tired of you. God bless you, but I'm tired. All right, so let's check out some more news. This is why Haley Williams of Paramore turned down the biggest collaboration of her career. I don't know what the hell that is, nor do I care. How prepping for pandemics can lead to big economic returns. I don't know what they're talking about. As far as preparing for, quote, this pandemic, I've been preparing about as much as I can, personally. As far as preparation, I know there's much more that I can do. I leave that in God's hands, dude. I'm do as much as I can do, and as far as what I can't do, I'm not gonna worry about it very much. To be honest, I know what's on the horizon because it's clear as day. I know how disastrous that it might seem, or how disastrous it might very well be. All right, but how prepping for pandemics can lead to big economic returns. I don't care about you, CNN.com. You're a traitor to America. In fact, I wish your whole faculty and your whole staff would get arrested. All right, in fact, it's like if they put it on change.org or whatever, if they had me vote for a new law to specifically arrest y'all and put y'all in jail for your whole life, I would do it. I would do it so quick. All CNN staff being traitorous to America? Yeah, I sign on to that. For sure. For sure I do. Little Scrappy and wife Bambi celebrate their gender reveal. It's not like they would know what gender their baby is anyways. I mean, don't you have to wait till they're about 15, 16 until they tell you what gender they are? All right? That's not significant, not at all. But tornado watch issued for Barry County, that's also not significant. Dude, I'll let you know. I mean, it's all fake news on the news, so I'm here to tell you. To the point of absolute, complete frustration. It's all fake news on the news. I'm here to tell you, I'm in San Antonio right now. There's not a drop of rain coming down right now. It was a little bit windy earlier. It's not really windy at all, dude. As far as your tornado watch or whatever, you can keep watching for your tornadoes and stuff, dude. Everything that y'all say is absolutely fake, and it's amazing. All right? You want to be fearmongers? I mean, you're the definition of fearmongers. Right? How about you shut that mouth and okay, so I see we're buffering and stuff like that. Move around the phone and stuff like that. I'm just here to say it's like everything that y'all say is a damn fake and a fraud. I'm tired of y'all. I mean, it's like clear skies. There's nothing happening in San Antonio right now. Oh, we're for a tornado watch, dude. Well, keep watching. I'm sure there's a tornado that's going to pop down any moment now. All right, it's not about the face mask. How you wear it matters too. This is coming from Y, which I never heard of. Y'all need to go to hell and never ever come back, dude. I'm tired of you. I don't care who wrote this article. How about you go to hell and never come back? All right. I'm a little bit short on a fuse today here. All right, but I'm here to tell you, dude, y'all get paid for this, dude. I go to a job that has nothing to do with the news. Nothing at all. And I go to my job and I do work and it costs us a product. And then we take that product and we sell it to people who want it. And they take that product and they make it into something else. And God bless them. All right, that's called productivity. Y'all are out here saying whatever it is you want on the news and you're getting paid for it. You might as well be a robot. You see how disgraceful this is? That you actually get paid money to buy food and stuff. I can't even describe why that is. Oh, what is it, to fearmonger? Oh, God bless you. You know, congratulations. You fearmongered. Great. That's great. Okay, Beijing tightens grip over coronavirus research amid U.S.-China row on virus origin. I don't know what that means. And it's coming from CNN. And like I said, I'll reiterate it a million times. Like I said, I stand with Alex Jones. I don't care who it is. That's the thing. Like, I've gotten to the point where it's like, yeah, I listen to Alex Jones. I've listened to it for years. I listen to a lot of people for years. But it's gotten to the point today specifically in which where I will punch you in the damn nose, dude. Don't tell me what it is that I should listen to or not listen to. So Alex Jones tells me China is up to no good, and I'm not talking about the Chinese people. I'm talking about the people who rule over them, the Chinese Communist Party, all right, the CCP. I don't know if you ever heard of it, but it's actually, I mean, that's a pretty popular term for it, the CCP. I don't give a damn what they're saying right now. Beijing tightens its grip over coronavirus research. Beijing can kiss my damn ass, right? Because I'm a few drinks in right now, and they can kiss my damn ass for whatever it's worth. I don't care what they're saying and what's their research. They are not shit. Here's the thing: Donald Trump, he should be diplomatic, and he should say Xi Jinping is this and that and whatever, and we're trying to get along. That's what I would expect from Donald Trump. That being said, me personally, I'm not a diplomat. Right? So China can go to hell. Xi Jinping and his Winnie the Pooh ass can go to hell. And I'm tired of everything that they've been saying. All right? Oh, they have research? Well, I'm tired of it. Even before I heard of it. Yeah, I'm tired of it. Research? Whatever. They don't know how to research. All right? America has to teach them how to research. That's what it is. Okay? So, the other thing, Texas Eats, episode 14, Resilience in the Alamo City. Here's the thing. The Alamo City, and they're referring to San Antonio, is very resilient and even more so rebellious. And furthermore, to a fault. All right? And that being said, I mean, there's a lot of factors that go into that. That being said, if the trend was to go, if the path that is set before us was to go even further, I'm not here to tell you that San Antonio is going to be like some sort of saving beacon or anything, because for all the rebellion, that doesn't necessarily make them smart. Right? Born and raised in San Antonio. As far as Alamo City, it's just like anywhere else. You're going to see, as the weeks go on, as the days go on, if you were to keep continuing down the path that Mayor Ron Nirenberg has set us on, you're going to see rampant criminality. Right? It's nothing. I don't care about our history and our culture. It's not going to save us from that. Resilience of the Alamo City. You know what? We need some resilience in the United States of America, which, by the way, I'm pretty sure we're under the umbrella of San Antonio. So you can talk about the resilience as much as you want. KSAT.com, Express News San Antonio. Y'all are some damn traitors, and y'all need to be put in jail. Okay? America should be ready for 18 months. Oh, God. It's a war whether or not you know it. I don't care. Across the world, you might feel it. You might get some sort of intuition. I'm here to tell you that your intuition is dead on balls accurate. Okay? So you might be somewhere in the world, and you might be thinking, oh, man, I think stuff's hitting the fan right now. I'm not sure, but I have an intuition that stuff's hitting the fan. You are correct. You are correct. Let me read this headline for you. America should ready for 18 months of shutdowns in long, hard road ahead, warns the Fed's Neel Kashkari. Okay, Neel Kashkari, why don't you write his name down? Why don't you write his name down? I'm not talking to my audience out here, but I'm talking about for the people who it concerns. Write down Neel Kashkari. All right, because he's going to be a criminal who belongs in jail. All right, and it's only a matter of time, isn't it? Oh no, we should be ready for 18 months. Oh yeah, okay. Here, I'm not an economist, but I'll tell you, 18 months would include extreme devastation and, in fact, the erasure of America off of the map. 18 months, dude. You are a terrorist to America. I don't care what's your intention. You might be the greatest of fellows out there, dude. Maybe you're a great husband and a great father. I want to put you in jail immediately and forever. How dare you come up and say this kind of stuff to us? 18 months. How dare you? Because it's not only America on the line. I got to reassure you. I'm not a scientist or an economist, but here's the thing. If America was on the line and if it took 18 months to bring America back up to the economy standard, the whole world would suffer in unthinkable ways. You, sir, are a damn terrorist. You belong in jail, and I'm not even going to come and argue. It's like, dude, debate me on this. This person belongs in jail forever. And you know what? Take his kids, take his children, and put them in jail too at the same time. Dude, I don't even care. At this point, you're asking for it. Mr. Neil Kashkari, you are asking for it. You're a damn terrorist. I don't want to hear it. It's like, come and argue with me about it. All right? I'll be glad to. All right, Tekashi 69 believes he's not a snitch. Does not matter. All right, 6 more amazing albums that everyone hated at first. Does not matter. I don't know why Google's telling me this sort of stuff. Democratic Socialists of America won't endorse Biden's White House bid. There's not a person with any sense in their brain in America who would endorse a Joe Biden White House bid. Not one. There isn't one person. There isn't one person who's got the light of God in their heart who would ever, for one moment in their entire lifetime, ever consider Joe Biden for being the president of the United States of America. I don't know if that sounds hyperbolic. There is not one single person with a functioning brain cell in their head who would ever think that Joe Biden is even suitable for the nomination of the president of the United States of America. That's how absolutely corrupt. That's how, under the guise of the Communist Party of China, that people are, they need to be arrested. And shoot, if you were to find it suitable, you would hang them from the highest tree in the town, whatever town they're in. The highest one, you would find out what is the tallest tree, and then we'll find out and specifically take them to that tree. That's how bad it is. This person is suffering from dementia and they don't even care. They want us at the whim of the communist Chinese. And they want to put this person suffering from dementia in the most stressful position in all of America. Everybody needs to go to jail right now. Okay? God bless y'all. It's not even to say, like, I love you. That's the thing about it. No matter who you are, that I love you. You need to go to jail forever. Okay. So Mark Cuban on Trump's economic bullishness. I wish he was right, but he's not. I don't care what Mark Cuban's saying. I know he has a lot of money. You might be taking him out of context. Don't care, and I don't have enough time for it. Black Sabbath, Ozzy Osbourne celebrates Easter with weirdo photo. God, dude, Google can't wait to tell me about this crap that does not even matter. Ozone hole, dang it. I don't want to look into it, but it says ozone hole 3 times the size of Greenland opens over the North Pole. That's some scientific stuff. Trust me, I'm not concerned about it. Shea Serrano tweets Spurs 100,000 in donations to San Antonio's food bank. Here's the thing. For all the people who's going to the food bank, all right, God bless you. For the people who's donating all this food for the food bank, the food coming to the food bank is all from people who are facing economic devastation. And until we can turn things around, they're pretty much facing absolute total bankruptcy. And you won't see them next year. As far as your food goes, I don't know. You might want to wait on it because all the people producing the food are going out of business right now. All right. Thanks to all the shutdown. Right. So Shea Serrano tweets Spurs 100,000 in donations. 100,000 is like a fraction of what each player would even receive from the San Antonio Spurs. So God bless them, and I thank them for all their contributions. But in fact, it's actually a serious problem. In fact, we need to open up the economy no matter what the Spurs say. I don't care what Greg Popovich has to say. In fact, shut down the Spurs, and I don't care if they ever play another game ever again, right? So last night, Saturday Night Live featured a weird, dark Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles parody. I've never watched Saturday Night Live for years. It's not funny. It's not entertaining. I don't know how anybody would care any less. But they had some sort of weird Ninja Turtles skit. Good for them. Drag Race season 12 winner Gigi. Good, tough. I don't know where. I have no idea. I don't know what's the methodology in which Google is telling me these things. Like, honestly, it's like I want to tell them to stop, but all right. So, these Social Security beneficiaries should file for stimulus checks immediately. The government urges, according to. So, apparently, there was no news today. That's what I'm getting at, I guess. It seems as though there's like no news that happened today. And so, they're telling me about what's their middle names, what's their favorite colors, and stuff like that. I don't care, dude. I don't know why you're telling me this. We're gonna save our farm from collapsing mode. All right, yeah, pretty much like everybody else who has a farm in America. And not only that, everybody who has a farm on the world is considering whether or not their farm is in collapse mode. Right, it's a big transformation. It's a big change. It's fixing to happen whether we like it or not. Right? If you gave me a choice, I would say, let these farmers do what they do and continue what they did, just like last year. Let them do the exact same damn thing. Right? But that's not my choice. All right, so with that being said, they're now in their Save Our Farm collapsing mode because of this whole fear-mongering thing that's been drummed up by the same people who fear-mongered Parkland and everything else. Every little mass shooting and stuff like that, they fear-mongered and fear-mongered and fear-mongered. That was their whole career, and they're continuing to do it right now. To the point is they're putting people out their livelihoods. Not only that, furthermore, they're putting out people from getting food into their damn bellies. Right? Who is your enemy? Who is your enemy? I mean, Slate.com is so they want to like celebrate this. We're in Save Our Farm from collapsing mode. Most farms in this world are thinking about collapsing right now. For whatever that means and stuff. But the thing is, it's going to be a transformation. For better, for worse, it is going to seem grueling, and it probably will be grueling. But however, farms are going to have to adapt. For example, like before this coronavirus, right? A lot of people were talking about rhetorically, like farms. They're doing stuff that we shouldn't be doing. They're mass agriculturing. They're doing this and that, and it's actually not a good idea. In fact, we should micromanage farms. We should get more people into farms, and we should be growing diverse crops and this and that. People have been saying this for a while, and it's not that I disagree with that at all. I really think that that's actually the better option, to have smaller farms and to have more of those farms and have more diverse farms. I think that would prove to be absolutely a benefit to everybody. That being said, these people are forcefully being put out of business. And I don't know what the future is going to look like. Maybe the future will look better. Maybe the future will have smaller farms. And maybe the future will have more diverse farms. But at the same time, you're strong-arming these people into oblivion, into bankruptcy. So although the future might look bright on the horizon, y'all are actually making victims out of people with your BS freaking dictations or whatever they're saying to keep everybody safe. By the way, tornadoes raging across South kills at least 10 or at least 6 in Mississippi. That's unfortunate, and it is tragic. Right? I don't want to just breeze by that necessarily, but 6 people is not a lot. I'm sorry about that. Damage hundreds of buildings in Louisiana. Louisiana is already having a hell of a problem, all right, as far as COVID is concerned. So, as far as tornadoes, that's unfortunate. They said there might be a tornado. They were like looking for a tornado watch in San Antonio, dude. I've never seen a tornado in San Antonio to this day, and maybe there's one coming and stuff, dude. But I'm tired of waiting, right? I'm tired of you telling me there's gonna be a tornado in San Antonio. I've never seen it. Right, and there's tornadoes in other places, dude, and I feel for them. And that's kind of devastating at the same time. That's only insult to injury as fact. As you know, as far as COVID is like rampaging Louisiana, as far as I've heard and stuff, man, that sounds pretty bad. It's a zonkey. Zebras give birth to a rare baby after mating with a donkey. A zebra donkey, that's a zonkey, right? I don't know if you care about that, but I certainly don't. Julian Assange's lawyer says he secretly fathered 2 children with her. And I heard about that actually earlier today. And I don't know if it's true, but at the same time, I can only hope that it's true. You know what I'm saying? Because I don't know Julian Assange all that great. Like, yeah, I know just about as much as you know about him. But hopefully he's making some babies, all right? If he made some babies, I appreciate that. I want to see some Julian Assange babies. I wouldn't mind that at all. Best Netflix comedy specials? I don't give a damn about that. All right. Strong, damaging storms hit Central Texas early Sunday morning. Maybe they did. I don't know, man. I didn't see any of it. I don't think we saw a drop of rain here in San Antonio, Texas. San Antonio, Texas is a very interesting place, right? We don't hardly see tornadoes and stuff like that, but they keep telling us that maybe we will. I don't know. Maybe one of these days we will. New York Times edits Biden's sexual. Finishing up on this here broadcast and stuff, and actually I had to go to the restroom really bad, and I've been holding it for a while. I don't know who's up in the building. I heard there's two people up in the building right now and stuff. We got a comment earlier, but I'm here to tell you, I might go to the restroom like mid broadcast because I gotta go really bad. But New York Times edits Biden's sexual assault coverage, deletes references to past inappropriate hugs and kisses. I don't know what it is, but okay, here's what I got to tell you. I don't know what they're saying at all, but if you don't know that Joe Biden is a weird, creepy, perverse person who will go touching on your 11-year-old daughter on a whim and just look you straight in the eye after he did it. If you don't know that that's what's the case, then God bless you, dude. You're the only one who doesn't know. You're like literally the last person on earth. And I actually do have to go to the restroom, so, I hate to, interrupt the broadcast, but it's probably better that I do, so I'll be back in a minute. And thank you, and I appreciate you. I'll be back right back. Oh my God. All right, have you ever peed for what seems like a whole lifetime? It's ridiculous. It's kind of embarrassing. All right, I see 3 people up in the building. I don't know why you're here. It's said to say that you got very bored here on Easter Sunday, and you know what I'm saying? I appreciate you either way, but that's the only thing I could imagine. Have you ever peed for like what it seems like a lifetime? It's kind of embarrassing. I don't know if y'all heard Calamity and stuff banging around, but it sounded a lot worse than it was, just to let y'all know. All right, and we're fixing to get out of here. I want to see all his comments before I get up out of here and stuff, just to let you know, but it's going to be a short broadcast, all right? And just to reiterate, like I said, if you don't hear anything else out of this broadcast, Communist China and their damn government is responsible for everything. And not only them, but the people who openly colluded with them need to be hung from the highest tree. That might get me banned from YouTube. I don't care. Ban me from YouTube. Ban me from Google. Ban me from my apartment for all I care. Right? Y'all MNFers and everybody's colluded with them deserve to get hung from a tree. Right? New York Times edits bisexual assault coverage. I'm sure they do. And I'm sure it's not like a one-off either. Shailene Woodley, I don't know who this is. Shailene Woodley says she let go of her career after Divergent due to very scary. What the flip? I don't know what. I don't even understand one word of what you just said in that headline, dude. I'm tired of you. The martial art of Kun Khmer, Cambodia's pride of pastime. Dude, I'm sorry about this, you guys. Google's let us down. They're spitting all sort of gibberish, and I don't even understand what they're saying. I don't even understand one word. All right? But that being said, like I said, just to stress it, Communist China and their colluders, they're not going to exactly be forgotten by me. And when their colluders come with their vaccine to knock on my door, guess what? It's time for everybody to lose their life. Right? That might sound like brash or brazen and stuff like that. Everybody's going to lose their life when they come to my door. I don't know if that sounds like a threat or whatever. I got nothing to lose, right? So an Apple employee laughed because I brought a new MacBook Air. Dude, like they literally have no news. Literally, they have no news to give me. Okay. Fauci admits earlier COVID-19 mitigation efforts would have saved more American lives. That's the thing. I want you to stare at this dude's face. And I know that you already done it. This guy on the right, Jake Tapper, he's nothing but a little piece of nothing, all right? He's not even worth mentioning. That's the guy on the left, Jake Tapper. Not even worth mentioning, ever again, all right? The moment Jake Tapper is no longer with us, and I hope that's hundreds of years from now, the moment he's no longer with us, nobody will ever bring him up ever again in history, dude. He's literally worthless. And then the guy on the right, his name is Fauci. He admits earlier COVID-19 mitigations efforts would have saved more American lives. He's a damn traitor, and I'm tired of it. I don't care if I hear one more word from him out of his mouth. He needs to shut his damn mouth. All right? And if he continues to shut his mouth or he continues to flap his damn lips, I want to see him in jail. And nothing else. I want to see him in jail. Right? Should I disinfect my groceries? Blah, blah, blah. If you're asking NPR, then something is really wrong with you. Kate McKinnon's Ruth Bader Ginsburg comes back to SNL with a wild workout video like it even matters. Dude, Google's basically devastating my broadcast at this point. I mean, it's as though Google brainstormed together. It's as though they had a meeting and said, hey, how can we make stuff that doesn't even close to matter? And put it on Gerard's live stream. That's what it seems like they did. Kourtney Kardashian hints she's pregnant with a fourth. God, dog it, dude. Like, every single thing you're bringing to me is literally worth nothing. All right? It's just like, dude, you're embarrassing me at this point. NASA is showing you the picture of Hubble Space Telescope. I don't give a damn about that. No progressive Tea Party, whatever that means. Sanders exit highlights asymmetry between. Oh, God. God save me. I don't know why you're bringing up Bernie Sanders right now, other than to call him a coward and a piece of garbage and a piece of hot, wet garbage who is worth nothing ever since day one. And I know you got so many convinced, just like my own dad, to be convinced in, oh yeah, we're gonna get free goodies if we just sign on to this. We're gonna get all sort of free goodies. We can't wait to get all the free goodies. They were never ever gonna come, dude. He was playing you the entire time from day one, and I knew it from day one. Am I some sort of a psychic fortune teller? Maybe I am. Russell Crowe, Sound of Silence, perhaps Grace Rock Bubble. Dude, literally every single thing that they bring to me is worth nothing. Prince Charles, nothing. That's worth nothing. Kansas governor, when it's court battle, that's worth nothing. Kate Middleton is worth nothing. And I'm getting all buffering on this here. YouTube tells me I'm buffering. Dude, literally all this is worth nothing, dude. Every time I search through a thing, they're going to tell me something that's worth nothing. Nothing. Everything is worth nothing. Tom Hanks at home, monologue. Don't care. Could never ever care in my whole life. No matter how hard I tried. Metallica's drummer, I don't care. 55% on Carnival Passenger, I don't care. Jerry Seinfeld, just don't care. It's like, dude, everything that y'all are bringing up just does not matter. Not even a little bit. What does matter is the fact is that people seem to be shutting down or wanting to shut down a whole entire economy. Okay? And it could be hypothetically because they're so scared of this whole disease. Trust me, it sounds scary. Trust me when I say that I've heard about this disease and it sounds scary. Meanwhile, why don't you act like a freaking man, like as if that you have some sort of testicles? All right. And I'm thinking about, and I'm looking at directly towards the mayor of San Antonio or whatever governor that might be overseeing your city or your town or your state right now. For example, being the governor. I don't care who it is. If they look like a piddly mouth little piece of nothing, like our mayor of San Antonio, then there's a problem with that. There's a real big problem that you have to deal with. And just to get out on this broadcast, all right, because I don't got no comments necessarily, but I appreciate y'all up in the building. I'm going to get off on this note, all right? Me personally, okay, for example, we have, there's a store called Planet K, and they're a head shop. I mentioned them earlier and stuff, and they were getting hated on by the mayor of San Antonio. And at the same time, the local PD of San Antonio, they were issuing them some sort of warnings that they might want to shut down their business. And I'm not even a patron of Planet K. Dude, like I never go to Planet K, and it's like pretty much right down the street. Never go there because I'm not like a big fan of headshots. Meanwhile, you're gonna tell them to shut down. Why? Because they're not essential, dude. That's totally communist. Number one, that's textbook communist, and y'all quote telling people what's essential, what's not essential. To the point where I actually want to throw up. Right? Y'all so damn ridiculous. Okay, but that being said, okay, I remember the election of San Antonio, and this might be the note that we get off on right now because I don't know what else. Dude, Google's not giving us not even a little bit. It's like nothing that they're saying is interesting at all. Okay, so that being said, okay, when we had elections for the mayor of San Antonio, and I've said it before, I'll say it again, and I have no doubt in what I'm saying. San Antonio, just like many other Democratic strongholds, is absolutely corrupt. And what they took the election and they took it away, and they imagined nobody was going to say a mumbling word. Nobody did say a mumbling word here in San Antonio. With that being said, Greg Brockhouse, which you might have never heard of, won the election. And I don't care who you are, come at me with any sort of little factoids that you want. Greg Brockhouse won the election here in San Antonio. And of course it was taken away from him. And I don't expect him to say that it was because I don't know that he understands, even Greg Brockhouse, I don't know that he understands exactly what's going on here. But exactly what's going on here is that Greg Brockhouse didn't stand a chance. Why? Because Ron Nierenberg, who's the mayor of San Antonio, was always the puppet of China that they wanted. Okay, so there was not never a chance that Greg Brockhouse, I don't care how popular he was, and trust me, he was very popular. You go around San Antonio, you understand completely and fully that Greg Brockhouse was going to win the election. And meanwhile, okay, the night of the election, I remember it. I remember it vividly. I was off to myself. Okay, I am a loner, like I said. Nobody gives a damn. Nobody gives a hot damn who's the mayor of San Antonio, no matter how much it affects their actual life. And so it doesn't matter who I went up to and said, hey, the election for the mayor of San Antonio, that's about to come up and stuff. Are you interested? 100% out of 100 people, 100 out of 100 people would tell me, I don't know who. There's an election for the mayor of San Antonio? Who cares? Who even cares? Okay, so a few months ago, when I was getting that sinking feeling in my gut, when they were telling me that Ron Nirenberg won the mayor for San Antonio, he won the election, absolute devastation introduced itself into my gut. And I might have been the only one in all of San Antonio who really felt the gravity of that. I knew for a fact that the election was stolen. All right, and years from now it might come out, and it's not going to be a surprise to me in the least. I knew for a fact that the election was stolen, and a sinking feeling came into my gut on that day. I forget what day it was. I knew, even though not a soul in San Antonio knew. I knew that they were basically biting off a bigger piece than they could chew. And in fact, all of San Antonio, to include whoever else is affected by this, is going to reap the devastation of even just letting a fraudulent person like Ron Nirenberg take over again. I knew it would be disastrous. And everybody around me had not even a clue that there was an election going on. And I knew to myself, all alone to myself, that San Antonio would reap the absolute devastating benefits of having a Ron Nirenberg as mayor of San Antonio. And now San Antonio feels it, because that devastation that I felt in my gut, it's now knocking at their front door. Right? And although there's going to be more down the line in which, get devastated, now Planet K, that headshot that I was talking about, who, by the way, endorsed Bernie Sanders up until today, as far as I'm concerned, because, it's a headshot. They're all about reefer, and they get so reefered out of their minds that they actually are convinced that Bernie Sanders means them any good. And he never, since day one, ever planned to give you anything. All right? All he planned to do is rake up all the money that you give him while promising you stuff that he never planned to deliver on anyways. All right? I don't know if that's a shock to you. All right? But the people at the head shop at the Planet K, they didn't know any better at all. So now at this point, they realized during this whole lockdown that actually Ron Nirenberg is fixing to take the food out of their mouths, out of their children's mouths, take every last bit of extra money that you ever thought you had coming, take that out of your damn pockets. That's Ron Nirenberg. All right, he didn't even ask you. He just said, guess what? Break yourself off. And so now you got people like Planet K, who they're saying, oh man, Ron Nirenberg, he's devastating us and this and that and blah, blah, blah. He's bad for us. Hey, guess what, Planet K? He didn't have a mumbling word to say back during the election. Not one mumbling word. All right? So now you're reaping the benefits. And I hate to say it because you're a small business and stuff. I don't wish any ill will upon you, but you're reaping the benefits. Here, let me just give you a visual. This is Ron Nirenberg. All right, although it doesn't even matter, and if you're not in San Antonio, it would never ever matter anyways. But this is Ron. This is the person I'm talking about, Ron Nirenberg. He's the mayor of San Antonio, and he's any nameless, faceless piece of hot, wet nothing that you ever seen in your life. Ron Nirenberg. All right, you want to see images? Want to see images? All right, here it is. Here's the Mexican Obama. Here's a Mexican Obama for you. Oh, he's trying to work out and show you all how fit he is. He is the Mexican freaking Obama, and he was meant to cut your throat ever since day one. All right? Act like you're surprised. Right. And the thing is like, okay, San Antonio is not very political. Nobody has any political education or whatever and stuff. And in fact, it's just so uncool to be politically informed. It's so uncool in San Antonio to have any idea who the mayor is. This is your mayor, right? The Mexican Obama, that's your mayor for you. Oh, he's working out to show you all his muscles and stuff like that. God bless him. All right, he's fixing to take food out of your children's mouths and not even apologize. And you didn't vote about it or anything like that. But it doesn't even matter. That's the person who wants to take all the food from your mouths and all your extra money. You don't have no extra money due to Ron Nuremberg, who from day one I said, you know what, this is complete total devastation, and nobody felt it in all of San Antonio. Until right now. All right. So as we get out of here, as you might understand, and I gotta get some updates because I want to know as day to day goes on what's going on. It's basically a tug of war. If you consider the governor for Texas, Greg Abbott, if you're familiar at all with Texas, that's the governor. It seems as though, and I gotta get some updates. It seems as though Greg Abbott has our best interests in mind. And although he's going along with this whole corona and all the safety precautions involved, that being all considered, it still seems like Greg Abbott has the idea that the economy might actually be crucial. And in fact, people might even starve to death if we don't get it going real soon. But meanwhile, this guy right here with his smiling ass face, oh, now he's a problem, right? But he wasn't a problem months ago when you freaking elected him. And the thing is, nobody elected him. It's just that they had an election that nobody cared about. And okay, so as we get out of here, whatever small town you're in, or wherever city you're in America, if you're anything like San Antonio, in which nobody gives a damn about the mayoral election, nobody can be bothered by that. Meanwhile, I had a sinking feeling the very second that he was reelected because I knew that this guy with this smiling face would do exactly what he's doing right now. All right, there's a change and a transition that's taking place in which next year, people actually might care who's the mayor of San Antonio. They might actually understand that it's absolutely crucial to their survival. Right? And they might be focused on local politics in a way that you wish they never were. Okay, we're in all sort of transition mode right now. All right. That being said, I'm gonna get on out of here, and I appreciate everybody who's gonna come through the recording. But I want to state that this smiling face right in front of you is not even trustable, not even close. Right? And if you think it is, if you look at his face and if he has some sort of trust in your heart, something wrong with you, right? There's something wrong with you, and your discernment is absolutely off. I would suggest that you pray to God that you have some sort of discernment in the future, right? This person, if you trust this person. And I understand I'm buffering and all sort of stuff. I gotta get out of here. But the thing is, local politics, that's crucial. As much as you want, maybe people out there want to discount it and discard it, it's going to be the downfall of you. It doesn't bring me no joy to say that, but at the same time, I'm buffering. I got to get the hell up out of here. All right, and take it easy for the rest of the Sunday evening. I appreciate all y'all and your contributions and stuff to this channel. This was a bonus broadcast and stuff like that. We didn't really have any formality to it. So I hope that we got something across, but I got to get up out of here because the internet keeps telling me I'm buffering, and I'm sick and tired of it. All right. Anyways, we're balls deep up in the tribulation, as you might understand, and I'll holler at y'all a little bit later. It's April the 12th, 2020, and I appreciate y'all.